The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Money Masters. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044. Now, Tom O'Brien and Tommy O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. We appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. Right now, we have the Dow Industrials up 37, Nasdaq's up 4, S&Ps are up 3, gold contracts trading up. Where is she? She's flat right now, 12.55.90. You have silver up 8 cents, $18.18. Platinum is down $8, $9.60 an ounce. Copper is flat, $2.63 a pound. Light sweet crude up 41 cents, $48.14 a barrel. Notes and bonds both flat, folks. So we have the 10-year note, 124.21, 30-year bond, 151.14, and King Dollar up 47 ticks, 99.024. The euro is trading at 108 to the U.S. dollar. The yen is at 110 to the U.S. dollar. And, we get off the air yesterday. We have the market. The market's down good. Starts crawling back again. NASDAQ took off like a rocket ship.
I know, and it's interesting just in terms of the regular press. I watched the nightly news last night, and they gave a quick snapshot, and they made no mention of the fact, they said, it was a little bit of a tough day for the stocks. The Dow was down like 40 points, and, they said that might have been to do with healthcare. And it's like, man, it was down so, the real story was the Dow was down huge and came back. But
right.
That's not what even,
Yeah. No, for sure.
It's very superficial.
What I thought was interesting is the wrong word too. Okay, but anyway, what I thought was interesting is that when you said yesterday, well, hey, listen, hold it, nothing's changed. They knew that everything was the same on Friday.
Right.
And of course, as the market's climbing back up, that's the last thing I wanted to hear. It's like, great, no, nothing's changed again.
No, there's nothing. It wasn't that, it's like nothing. It's just to blame Monday morning on that, which is what and then now I'm jumping to the real Wall Street analysts like Bloomberg and CNBC. That's what they were saying, right? That is, but.
I know.
It's like, what do you mean today is that? Then what are you saying Friday?
There's no doubt, man. If
that was the case, Friday afternoon would have went down instead of up. There's something else.
There's always a story. That's right. And what is it? What is it that's keeping bonds up and what is keeping the dollar down? No doubt. Let's go over to our man, Mr. Kevin Hinks from TD Ameritrade Thinkorswim. And don't forget, folks, every trading day right here at TFNN, 12 to 1 Eastern Standard Time, swim lessons. Kevin Hinks, Scott Connor, they got an amazing show. You want to understand options upside down, and I mean upside down. I mean, it's an amazing show. Just get on your cell phone, go to TFNN.com, no matter where you are, hit Tiger TV. Kevin Hinks, what's going on?
Good morning, Tom. Good morning, Tommy.
How you doing, man?
I want to start this out with, I do not appreciate how the city of Tampa treated my Blackhawks last night.
Oof. Oh. I saw that game. Did you see it?
I didn't.
Oh, I know what he's talking about. I watched it all.
I do not appreciate
we had quite a comeback.
How you treated the visitors.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you guys were reeling off like a 7-0 loss too, right?
We're not having a good.
I only heard that watching last night's game. So the Tampa was down 4-1, came back, tied it, and won in overtime.
And Tampa's been having a hard time.
Well, we're in a battle right now. That puts us one game behind who for the wild card? The Boston Bruins, man.
Oh.
So we'll see.
So anyway, Tom, I have a theory about these bonds.
Okay.
And it doesn't come from anything other than reading and paying attention to these markets. Did you notice that a couple hours ago we had basically a failed German bond auction?
Okay.
Their 2-year notes, they were looking to raise $4 billion in bids. They only raised $3 billion.
That's
which
pretty
basically
wild.
means that auction failed.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, well, why are our bonds so strong? Well, because it's got to be foreign buyers. Don't you think they're looking at our yields 2.6, 2.5?
That's right.
And going, why should we buy the European bonds when we can buy U.S. bonds for exponentially higher yield?
Right, because I just pulled it up, and that the one we were talking about there is that you got to pay them 0.7% for that 2-year bond.
Right, and so they tried to raise $4 billion. They only got bids of $3 billion. So basically, that means it's a failed auction.
Right.
Right.
And you know what's cool? And Tommy and I have been talking about the same thing. That the difference, folks, and listen, the markets are never different. To me, they're always the same. When you hear it's different, it's like, okay, that's a heads up. But what you do have is this. If we go back, in our trading career, 30 years, whatever, right? This is a world market now. And that money crosses, you couldn't cross. I opened an office and London in 1984, and you could not cross. I had a Lloyd's of London bank account, but it was here and there. You couldn't cross like you can cross now. One little, click. You can. Sure. Any one of us can cross. So that's a big difference, man. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
That it really is.
Right. The money flows, and they look at pairs trades almost. They look at, well, why should I buy this bond when I can buy the U.S. bond at 2.6, 2.5? That rate's got to look. That yield's got to look awfully good to anyone trading out of Europe.
There's no doubt. And, folks, every day Kevin's on, and every day Tommy and I say, listen, you want to understand options? Please listen. What Kevin just laid out there in the bond market, I feel like you do every day, Kevin, in the option market. And I've been in this a long time because it's so cool that some of the trades that you set up, that you know what your risk is. I feel that the probability is better that you're going to actually make money. I mean, because it's more sophisticated, but you still make it easy.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, we try to make it as easy as we can, right? And just keep it simple.
Right. And
right.
I'm telling you, man, it's I know you don't get a great show, but you got an amazing show. You really do.
Thank you.
All the time.
Thank you.
You really do. So what are we talking about today?
Today we're going to talk about It's sometimes we talk about theory, sometimes you talk about application. Today
Yes.
we're going to talk about your orders, the orders that you're putting in,
Nice.
how scaling orders instead of just putting in at one price, working your orders instead of just putting it on the hitting the
I like
bid
that.
and taking the
I
answer.
said I learned the last time.
The structure's important,
Don't
man.
Right.
put it in the middle, not the big
Right.
offer.
That's right.
That's the beginning.
We look forward to it, Kevin. Have a great one, a safe one.
Thanks for having me, guys. Have a great
Absolutely.
day.
Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are coming right back.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date, active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters.
Platinum, grains, crude oil, gold, copper, cattle, hogs, gasoline, natural gas, coffee, cotton, cocoa, and sugar. These are just some of the commodities mentioned in the most recent issue of Andy Hecht's Technomental Commodity Report. Andy publishes his weekly newsletter every Thursday morning, where he breaks down the commodity market and provides his subscribers with specific trading recommendations based on his trading methodology. By signing up for a free trial to the Technomental Commodity Report, you'll get a full 30 days to try out this powerful newsletter service and see for yourself the types of trades Andy has recommended for his subscribers. When you sign up for a 30-day free trial, you're under no obligation to pay anything. And should you decide to continue, you'll lock in the low rate of only $79 a month. Sign up right now for the Technomental Commodity Report and make sure you're ready to catch the next big trade in commodities. For more information and to get started today, visit the front page of TFNN.com.
You know what's cool? Taking something that's good for you. Something specifically formulated to help with weight loss, need to detox.
Nico, our hunter and gatherer ancestors found all their nutritional requirements for health in their wild environment. But today, our food sources no longer contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients our bodies need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, oil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated fulvic and humic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They've been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, life cannot exist without them.
That's right, Paige. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge, formulated and approved by Nico and Paige of Living a Primal Lifestyle. Buy it today for just $89. Click on the Primal Edge banner on the front page of TFNN.com. We take your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials right now up 29. You get the NASDAQ down 1. S&Ps are down 1. Let's go inside the Dow. And, from the time that I did that update at 10, I mean, we get a little volatility. It's only like 30, 40 points in the Dow, but it's been very quick. So if we take a look at the mover inside the Dow out here, you get the dead cat bounce going with Goldman. Goldman's putting 15 positive points into the Dow. JP Morgan 4.9, Caterpillar 4, Apple 3.9. Taken away from it, Johnson & Johnson down 4, putting 4 in, down negative. Verizon 2, Microsoft 2, no big deal there. Inside the NDX 100, what do we have? The leader out here is Tesla. Tesla's wild, man. So Tesla is up $6. It still has a 26.4% short position. And that being said, what do you see who, look at this thing. Chinese internet giant Tencent Holdings purchased 5% stake,
which is $1.8 billion.
Is that wild?
I mean,
for 8.17 million shares of Tesla.
Yeah.
Through its recent stock offering via open market purchase too. That's pretty intense. That's market.
And they need money. They keep saying that. They need more money than they keep saying.
And they keep getting
it. That's a big part of their company. It's raising money right now when you're not making any money and you're plowing money into research and development.
And boy, are they plowing it in.
Yeah.
Huh? Look at that, man. I mean, it's going to go up and test those highs again. Pretty amazing.
Yeah.
That's so we take a look at, let's see. So Tesla's the number one. That's up 2.2%. QVC is up 1.5. Liberty's up 1.4. Fox is up 1.3. Taken away from it, Regeneron is down 1.4. No, that's interesting. Now the other Liberty's down 1.2.
Yeah.
And Vertex Pharmaceuticals off 1. We go over to the IBB. We take a look at the IBB. Okay, so the IBB hasn't held its high from yesterday, 293.91 or 291.36. It's going to be pretty wild watching this whole thing shake out today because what we have is that you absolutely had that counter trend bounce in the NDX 100 and the NASDAQ, right? Fast. Yesterday.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
The Dow didn't hold the whole thing, but
I don't know what time frame you're talking about.
The NDX 100 and the NASDAQ, man, that went big time.
Sorry, counter trend bounce. The trend's down and the bounce was up yesterday.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure.
Right.
I mean, just time frame wise, we're in quite an uptrend.
Yeah, it is.
The downtrend being down needs clarification.
There's no doubt.
Okay?
There's no doubt.
When did the downtrend become down in the markets? But
well, you know who you're talking.
Are you looking at your nails for your bear claws? Is that what you're doing? Yeah. Before we start this conversation.
They're not here.
Yeah, I guess so.
They got clipped.
You just gloss over.
They got clipped, but they're growing. They're growing.
Counter trend bounce.
So where I'm going with this, folks, is that until the downdraft really gets some steam, as I said in the update, you normally get at least 2 really fast trends, counter trend bounces. You get down really hard,
sure.
And then all of a sudden, like out of nowhere, just going up, and then gives it up. So we'll see where the shakes out today. What I do expect we're going to see is at least a test of the lows of yesterday.
Yeah, and that just speaks to fundamentally, not even charting, just uncertainty and volatility, which would make sense because, while Monday, doesn't have to be the news, right? It can definitely be people sobering up over the weekend and saying, I should have reacted more harshly to Friday's news, and now it's Monday, and now I realize it. And then at the end of the day, Monday saying, wait a second, maybe it's not worth being down 200 points because we really don't know where it's going to go next. There's a lot of uncertainty, No,
I absolutely agree. What I always said is that the difference between technical analysis and fundamental analysis is that, technical analysis, you're looking where you think the supply and demand curve is, where the money's going, right? Fundamental analysis has to do with the aspect of what people say and what people think. And in this case, which I really like, it really seems to have come together that, the mantra from November 4th was, hey, look, we're going to have an infrastructure bill. We're going to have a big tax cut. You know, we're going to have a lot less regulation. Now,
And it was also that we'll be able to do it quickly and easily because we control all branches of government.
That's right.
That was the real crux of it. Which saw some holes. Keep going, but you know what I mean? Yeah.
No, big time. So we will have the less regulation because that's through the executive orders, right? We're not going to get
I don't like
big
speaking in certainties, but go ahead.
Okay, well, my take is we're not going to get a big infrastructure bill. You know, we might get one a year and a half from now, but we got a long way off. And the tax cut, yeah, we might get a tax cut, but it's going to be like not what people thought.
We'll see, man.
I know we'll see. Well, I'm just saying it's, you know.
I'm allowed to disagree.
You can have an opinion. That's my opinion.
You don't seem like you like my opinion right now. It's not. You're not sitting easy with the disagreement, but that's okay.
No, that's not it. It's just you have to take a stand. I mean, you don't have to take a stand. I'm taking a stand. That's my point. You know? And that's where I think it's going to shake out. You know, so we'll see. You know where that goes. If we go over to the infrastructure just yet, like U.S. Steel, I think it's going to tell us a lot as to, you know, when is this going to come out? Because it definitely it doubled in price, $17 up to $39. And now we'll see, is it doing an ABC structure on the way down? Is it going to break this $30.71? Some of the higher volume stocks out here today, you got Bank of America up 17 cents, Micron is up 5. GE is down 2. Apple's up 49. Darden Restaurants is up 6. Look at this. So this here, they bought a company, and evidently the market's digging it. Cheddar's.
Okay. They have those around here, I believe.
Yeah, they do. They do. Our phone number is 877-927-6648.
I saw in there just Olive Garden gains as well, so it might not all be just buying cheddar. That if Olive Garden's going up, that's probably one of their biggest restaurants.
Yeah, I like Olive Garden.
Yeah, no, that's what I mean. Of the Darden, I mean, that's a big restaurant there, so if that's getting a turnaround, that would be a big part of it, too.
Big time.
Yeah.
NQM, so the NQs, folks, you know, we've had some nice volatility in this morning. You know, we got down, first we got down to when I was doing the update, right before we were down at 52.63, and then bang, it jumped all the way back up to 53.84, and now we're at 53.67. So what you have here is that, you know, you got a high volume low at 53.19. So from yesterday, that's going to be intriguing to see, you know, can it make it all the way down there? The euro right now, yeah, it's staying over that high. So 829, we're at 868, 108.68. You stay over that 829, you're going higher. And the Japanese yen, this continues to break down. This is the one I'd keep your eye on because that gave us the first signal when it broke. Is that the 24th? 21st. And there's nothing in between this going all the way down to the 105 level. You stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are coming right back. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. The Dow right now is up 3. NASDAQ is down 9. S&Ps are up down $1.50. We're going to be right back.
If you're looking to unearth a new financial resource and diversify your financial portfolio, consider the new Market Safe Core Commodity CD from Everbank. This 5-year U.S. dollar-denominated CD gives you exposure to 4 equally weighted commodities: gold, copper, WTI oil, and sugar, in one powerful CD. With no pricing caps, you can potentially earn an unlimited upside payment at maturity if the commodities increase in value across semi-annual pricing dates. And should the opposite occur, your principal is 100% protected. Keep in mind, returns are based on CD performance. There's no annual percentage yield or periodic rate of interest on this index CD. Don't miss out. With certain commodities on the rebound, now is the time to take advantage. The March 23rd funding deadline will be here before you know it. So call 1-855-750-4051 or visit everbank.com/TFNN for the CD's term sheet and other important product details and disclosures. Once more, that's 1-855-750-4051 or visit everbank.com/TFNN. This advertisement is sponsored content. Everbank is a member FDIC.
If you're an active trader looking for that extra edge when it comes to trading and investments, then now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's daily market letter, Market Insights. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, comes out every market day at around 9:30 a.m. and provides Tom's daily commentary on the broad market, including the Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P, plus specific trade recommendations. There's even an update published most afternoons to keep you informed about the day's market activity. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock and option trade. With Market Insights, there's nothing left to guessing. For all the details and to get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights started today, visit TFNN.com.
Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den, but wondered, what exactly is it? The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of your favorite TFNN shows, plus see all the charts as they happen live during those shows and have access to all those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days. It will greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. Tiger TV is an exciting way to experience TFNN programming. See high-definition video giving you crystal clear charts, as well as seeing some of the faces of TFNN's highly acclaimed financial experts with crisp, full-fidelity sound. Catch Tom O'Brien, John Logan, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, Larry Pesavento, Think or Swim, David White, Andy Hecht, and Daryl Martin in crystal clear, high-definition audio and video. Tiger TV, exclusively at TFNN.com. This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. The Dow Industrials right now are up 15. You get the NASDAQ down 5. S&Ps are flat. If we go over to the gold contract right now, let's go take a look at gold. So gold right now, you know, it's only up $1.10. We got some decent volume in this thing right now. So we're pushing against February 2nd. We're at 133,000 contracts. Yesterday we did 237. Yeah, that you're inside the bottom of it, which is 1251. So that thing wants to go. You know, we'll see how it can handle that 1264. Now, that being said, if we go over to our good old GDX, GDX right now is down 35 cents. You're at 23.08. And you get 9 million coming into 64. That's interesting. So that's filled the gap since, yes, 2301. 2301 is where we jumped up from yesterday. We'll see if that's all it wants to do. If we go to Barrick Gold, which is the largest weighting structure, Barrick is down 27 cents. That's going to need a lot more volume to get lower price. You're only 3 million, and you're going against 23 and 14. Newmont, though, is the dog. Yeah, well, now Newmont got light volume, but that's some price destruction there for sure. 34.21 to 33.13. They're coming into 32.69. And if we go over to silver, now silver caught a bid yesterday. Well, yeah, let's go to Gold Corp. Let's see what they're saying here. So gold, that's interesting. So Gold Corp is down 74 cents. Now, that's coming into 13 million, but it has 5. What's interesting about that is that they actually did a deal that looked like it was going to be pretty good. So Canada's 2 biggest gold miners have formed, a partnership to develop a copper gold deposit in Chile as a third producer exits the project. We'll see where that shakes out. some of the Dow stocks out here. Let's see what you get. You get IBM down 21. You get Boeing up 16. ExxonMobil is up 16. GE is up 15. If we go to Exxon, we take a look at these oil stocks once again. They still can't hold price. You get Exxon up 15 cents. Chevron is up 50. And we take a look at the oil market. So oil's up 0.9%. We get oil numbers tomorrow. That can't get out of its way. So this is going to be interesting watching this shake out. So we get down to what, 47.08 yesterday. The low is 45.78 in the last 6 months. Bonds, we go take a look at the bond market. These bonds want to get into... Okay, so the 30-year is down 105,000 contracts. Yesterday we did 206. You're at 1034. That should be able to do it. Real question is going to be when we get up into 152.04, you're going to need about 300,000 in order to get some real juice going. If we do take a look at overnight, what was interesting overnight, folks, is that the Nikkei, with the yen getting stronger, the Nikkei went up last night. So this is going to be interesting to see what ends up happening tonight. Because when I was looking at that, it's like, that's unusual. Normally that yen getting stronger, meaning going to lower price versus the U.S. dollar, it normally hits the Nikkei and hits it pretty good. Take a look at the good old Apple. Apple's hanging at the highs up here. 142.80. You're at 141.45 right now. Google's down $3. Google's taking a hit. That came off that high at 8.53 or at 8.16. Amazon, took over a company this morning. They've been trying to get, evidently. That's up $5. So let's see what they did. They bought a Dubai-based online retailer. What is that, Souq?
Souq? I think
Souq.
that's a Q.
Okay.
Souq.
Betting that
Souq.
e-commerce in the Middle East is poised to take off. The e-commerce giant beat out Amam Malls, which runs the world's largest shopping center, and had bid $800 million. Amazon didn't disclose, and
So it was at least
Souq.
$800 million.
Yeah. Now, that's pretty wild, is that if in fact that they beat the largest retailer in their own country. That's dangerous.
Nobody can compete with Amazon, man.
That's heavy, man.
The largest brick and mortar retailer? Sure. Good luck.
I know. They're going to be sad that they didn't...
Yeah. And I mean, it said in there that that company, Souq or Souq, however you say it, it was valued at $1 billion in their most recent private funding. So $800 million seems like a pretty weak
that's
bid
nothing.
if they just raised money at $1 billion valuation.
Yeah, it's nothing.
No.
Right.
Companies don't usually go backwards in valuations. Maybe
Right.
for that final buyout, but doesn't seem like they had to.
877-927-6648. Right now, you get the Dow up 9. NASDAQ, where is she? NASDAQ is down 8. S&P's trading out here at down 1.5. And folks, if you haven't test drove the Nadex platform, great time to do it. Come over to our website at TFNN, because this volatility that's out here, both ways. You would talk about defined risk. You can get it whether you're trading equities, currencies, commodities, all of the above. And as you do come over to TFNN, what you're going to see, and this is where, right on the front page, if you get down to the Everbank banner, the dollar's already basically broken lower. If you are in the CD market, They have a nice CD coming up right now.
Yeah, March 30th it expires, so we're right there.
Yeah.
3 days, so perfect time to give them a call.
Right. Sugar, gold, oil, and copper. That's what's inside this Market Core Commodity CD. It's
Market Safe Core Commodity CD.
Yeah, it's a 5-year CD. $1,500 is the minimum to open it. Your principal's 100% protected. Now, the thing that's intriguing here is you do have upside payment at maturity. What they do is that twice a year, though, this is marked to market.
Pricing.
Pricing.
Priced.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's FDIC insured, IRA eligible. You can either click on the banner at our website at TFNN or just give them a call at 855-750-4051. That's 855-750-4051. You stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are coming right back. Dow right now is up 18. NASDAQ is down 5. S&Ps are flat. We're going to be right back.
Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when the market spikes against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a brand new, completely regulated Chicago-based exchange, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their completely free trading platform, which also features real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped and you have the ability of keeping your trades open even when the market spikes against you. Nadex is completely brand new with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com. Or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to The Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today.
This segment is brought to you by TFNN. Test drive all the newsletters for free at TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. The Dow Industrials right now are up 28. You get the NASDAQ down 4. S&Ps are up 1. And if we do go over to the DAX, and I'm Larry Pesavento, who starts this his program off every day with the DAX, what you're going to see, in the DAX, you know, the correlation inside the DAX and the NASDAQ is pretty good. I mean, looking at it. And what the DAX has here, which is going to be intriguing, is that, you know, you had the downdraft on the 21st. We came down with 134 million. You go from 12,000, 1,100 and 12,111 with 134 million. We go back up with 95 million against 134. I won't get that till later today, but it's going against that high right now, which is 12,111. We hit 12,099. If we take a look at the FTSE, is trading, and this would make sense too, I guess. The FTSE's trading like the Dow Industrials, because the FTSE is. Let me just see the exact. Yeah, that's capitalized. 100 index, capitalized weighted index, the 100 most highly capitalized companies trading in the London Stock Exchange. And in fact, when we were just doing that over at TFNN, folks, okay, I'm in Larry Pesavento, right?
Yeah.
He's going to be doing a workshop.
Yeah, a week from today.
April 4th. Larry's going to be doing a workshop, folks, April 4th, and it's going to be all about how to trade the USDA planting report. It's a subscriber event. Larry's going to be doing this with Rich Anderson, who you may have heard many times on his program. I happen to meet Rich a few times. Great guy. The cost of it is $97. That's the $97 price is that you can get his newsletter for a month plus access to it.
Sure.
If you want to just get the webinar, it's $79. You can check that out on the front page of TFNN. Now, the cool thing is that this is where the aspect of the planting report had been released. It's going to be released on the 31st. And then they're going to basically set up and explain what they think a lot of those commodities will do.
Sure.
And how to trade them. If we take a look at where these are right now, let's see. So soybeans are at 974. You get corn at 357. Wheat, let me look at wheat for a second. So wheat's at 423. Yeah, see this? We just went from 477 a bushel to 423. What's going to be intriguing here inside all that whole commodity complex, folks, is the aspect of, let me pull up soybeans for a second, is that this dollar, the lower the dollar gets, it should be good for all these commodities, not just the metal market.
Sure, I'm sure they'll be going over currencies in there, especially the dollar, right?
Right,
Yeah.
right. If you want to see a currency that today, this morning, got weaker very quickly, the Rand. The Rand, if we go back 6 months, it was 14.6 Rand dollars to $1 US. It's been getting stronger. Yesterday it went all the way down to 12 Rand to $1 US, and then this morning it popped up to 12.90. And what's going on there? They're having a struggle inside the government.
It's about the finance minister.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was on a road show, basically saying, hey, come, invest in South Africa. And then Zuma, that's his name, right? Called him back, which is the boss. Zuma said to tell South Africans ANC ally he'll file. But that's been going on for a long time, folks. Well, when I say a long time, 6 or 7 months. There's been a huge power struggle there.
Yeah.
And those how the Rand trades is important, and I'll bring this up. This is Harmony in South Africa. That's trading at 3,093 Rand. If we bring this back, you're going to see that's down from 6,500 Rand.
Sure.
And then GFI, this is going to be in South Africa also. That's at 4,600 Rand. It's not a bad setup. It needs more volume, but it's not a bad setup. And if you do trade those equities, folks, remember that you can go to, if you Google, you don't need a Bloomberg, you can Google Johannesburg Stock Exchange. You Google Johannesburg Stock Exchange, you can see how they're trading in the morning. It's free. But it gives you sometimes a decent indication of even where they're going to be here in correlation, because because of this one world market that we have, so it gives you a decent indication. And then, actually, what I want to look at, which we haven't looked at in a long time, as to where the index, the comp is, the TSX comp. And the reason to look at this one has to do with the amount of commodity stocks are in Canada. So this baby here is trading at 15.55. This had a downdraft too. Let's see, the 24th. Pull this back. Look at that. Oh, this one's interesting, folks. Now I just brought this back. Is that 2000? That's 2008. That's got a lot of highs up here. So 2008, the comp had a high of 15,154. The next high was 2014, 15,685. And now we just hit 15,943. So the number you want to watch there is 154. That's quite a chart.
Yeah.
That's quite a consolidation, that's for sure. No doubt. So we made it, let's see. So you get the Dow up 35, NASDAQ right now down 150, S&Ps are down 360, and we made it by the 10:30 mark. When Larry came on yesterday too, Larry, it was pretty amazing, folks. If you heard, Larry's on every day at 9 o'clock. Larry had said, now the market was down big, right? Larry had said, hey, remember, it's a full moon, so we very well could get a new moon, I think he was saying.
Okay.
Yeah. We very well could get a quick bounce, and it's like, oh my God. And of course it came in. And then he has this guy, Shane, on, right? Shane
Smolny.
Yeah, Shane talks about the 10:30 in the morning. Now, what does happen is that, and you can see it come across Bloomberg, and I'll show you that actually tomorrow morning, when the Fed comes in the repo market, you'll see it coming across that they start coming in, and what they're doing in the repo market is that they're buying bonds off banks from the night before. So what banks end up doing is that they basically give them bonds the night before so that they can balance their books. They lend them and then they buy them back in the morning. Now I'm not sure if that's what he's talking about, but it is no doubt that it's a big deal. Dow Industrials right now up 30, NASDAQ is down 3, S&P's up $1.50. We're going to be right back, folks.
Are China A shares hot or not? If you trade China A shares, now may be time to take a closer look. Trade CHAU or CHAD, Directions Daily CSI 300 China A Share Bull and Bear ETFs. China A shares in either direction. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Trader's Edge, heard daily at TFNN.com and author of Mastering Probability, a daily investment and trading newsletter service that I send out each morning by 8 a.m. My morning newsletter service covers exactly what the markets have been doing since last night's close, providing you with an edge on your trading day ahead. You get actionable trading ideas, including the exact entry, stop, and profit targets. Plus, I'll teach you the patterns and hidden market correlations that will make you a better trader. As a subscriber, you'll gain access to my 90-minute money management workshop, where I'll teach you the secrets that'll save your assets. The bottom line, I've got your back, including a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the type of analysis I provide each trading day by signing up for Mastering Probability today. With nothing to lose, this is an offer you should not pass on. Mastering Probability can be found under Trading Newsletters on the front page of TFNN.com.
TFNN has put together the finest live programming lineup each trading day, featuring some of the most knowledgeable and respected financial minds in the nation to educate traders and investors. On Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, we broadcast 9 hours a day starting at 8 a.m. as John Logan kicks us off each trading day with the Global Market Pulse. Tuesdays and Thursdays, we broadcast 11 hours. Get an early and healthy start to your day as Nico and Paige bring you Living a Primal Lifestyle. Then catch Andy Hecht at 5 p.m. with the Commodities Hour, following the Tom O'Brien Show. Mondays and Fridays, catch live trading on the Nadex platform with host Tom and Tommy O'Brien, along with Daryl Martin on the Bull Bear Binary Option Hour. See the TFNN program lineup via the link on the front page of TFNN.com to get a complete overview of our TFNN shows and hosts. And keep TFNN's Tiger TV tuned in on your mobile device, PC, or Mac for the latest financial news and information throughout the broadcasting day. TFNN, educating investors. Catch Basil Chapman as he uses his Chapman Wave methodology to call the markets. The Tiger Technicians Hour, next on TFNN.
Welcome back, folks. Dow right now is up 30. You get the NASDAQ down 4. S&Ps are off 2. We take a look at the gold contract. That's up $2. You have notes and bonds. They're still positive. King dollar still can't handle higher price. We take a look at this. King dollar right now, it's been fluctuating. Not a huge fluctuation out here today, but bottom line is that you're at 98.94. And we'll see how this, as soon as it broke this 99.145, you know, you had two different things happen. There were, you know, the 99.340 was the B point of an ABC down, broke it with volume. There's not much to hold this thing up, you know, even down at this 97.140 to 96. And it's interesting because the price projection is 97.030. And that's going to be right back to November 4th. And the yen is the same type of setup. You know, you're at 110, and there's not much support back to 105, which would be November 9th. And then if we go, PES, this is pretty cool. If you go into the peso, what you're going to see, folks, and this is where this, what gets interesting about the currency versus the indices. So the peso, on November 9th, it was at 18.16 to $1 US, and we're at 18.87. You know, now the indices aren't even close to their takeoff point. Think about that. Look at this. That the takeoff point, the indice, the S&P, the SPY rather, with 233, while that takeoff point was 211. That'd be that.
Yeah, they're going off different things, right? In terms of the peso was worried about NAFTA, and that doesn't seem to be a big deal at all.
Right, right.
And the market wasn't basing a lot of its rise off of NAFTA getting dismantled necessarily, you know.
No. I guess what my point is that in the yen, you know, it's like, okay, so, you know, the yen went too.
Yeah,
you know?
I just think the peso is an isolated case. That's why it's so different. The only thing that was focusing on was whether NAFTA was going to become a huge problem, like, instantly.
Right.
Which doesn't seem to be the case.
No.
Yeah.
There's no doubt. They're going to have, that's where the whole issue of the cross-border deal is going to be a fight between Walmart, whatever other big companies import a lot of goods and have a huge presence in Mexico, and they have plenty of money to fight.
Sure.
To fight in a huge way, not in a small way. So, you know, and that's where I think that's what the market's going to realize pretty quickly. You know, you stay right there, folks. We got a lot of great programming coming up, and our man, Mr. Basil Chapman, will be back tomorrow.
That's right. He was planning today, and he had a flight delay in his final leg back, and so he's going to be rip-roaring ready tomorrow morning.
Yeah, that's a beautiful thing.
Totally.
And of course, then we're going to Thinkorswim headquarters. You want to know options upside down, folks? Bottom line, it's great. Remember, folks, you can go right on your cell phone, TFNN.com, hit Tiger TV, and then of course, Steve Rhodes will be coming up. Dave White. myself, and then, of course, today is Tuesday, so we'll have Andy Heck growling a problem with us, talking commodities this afternoon. And, we go back over, let me go back over to that silver market for a second. So silver, always intriguing out here, is that, silver is, into this downdraft pretty good right now. The downdraft I'm talking about is March 2nd. We went from 1848 to 1770. Well, we're at 1822. That's a good setup. And silver is cycle. There's no doubt, man. It's like, okay. Now the silver stocks thus far still haven't caught a bid.
Sure.
You stay right there, folks. We've got a lot of great programming coming up for you. Dow Industrials right now up 34. NASDAQ is down 4. S&Ps are up 2. Gold's up $1.70. Silver's up 12. Thanks, pal.
Thanks, man.
Have a great one, folks. Have a safe one. Go get them, folks.
Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his Opening Call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the Opening Call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.
This is TFNN.